Hello people for tuning in. Appreciate you watching today. Hope you're having a good day. It's a pretty day here yet again. No rain or storms, hail or tornadoes. So that's a blessing. But I thought it would be important to discuss today, and it's cranking these videos out. Not necessarily that's how you're supposed to do it, just crank them out so quickly because then you use up your content. But I think it's urgent to get the information out on the, this mower option, which one you want to go with. These are kind of two of the premier mowers right now. Yes, there's a super recycler that's probably likely even better than the regular recycler max. It's just a little more bumped up, you know, a little bit more sturdy. But still all the exact same features, probably runs exactly the same. I think it's close to 190 cc's, where the Eco today, this is the main purpose of the video, the Echo has a 190 cc motor, and this is a 163 cc motor. So definite some advantages going with this that I just want to briefly mention. I've got a playlist at the end of this video that if you go to that and you click on it, it's going to pull up all my videos. I have just a channel on this mower, or a little section on my channel. So there's probably 8 or 9 now, 9 or 10 videos on the Eco. I say Eco. I interchange that. Sorry, it's annoying to me too. But yes, so what I wanted to talk to you today, I mowed more. I made a video yesterday, and I mowed more the entire front lawn and side lawn. So a lot more mowing with this mower yesterday, and that's just to familiarize myself with it. And then I have mowed with this one for a year, and I just recently mowed with it again, kind of touched up some things here. This mower just pushes easier. It's easier to work this mower. I can mow the same amount of lawn and I will be less tired. I don't know, well, I have my reasoning, and I'll get into that, but I push this, I feel more refreshed after pushing it. It's the wheels spin a little easier. They both have bearings, which is really cool. Bearings, but these wheels spin easier. Lighter weight, I guess, that's my assumption. Is obviously the 190 cc motor's heavier. Maybe some of this other stuff is heavier. This is a lighter mower. It glides. It pushes like you're not really pushing it. This one feels like you're pushing it, even though it's self-propelled. Maybe this mechanism has to break in. This is the superior mechanism. Okay, it's how it is. Maybe this one breaks in 6 months or however long, and it starts to equal that, but this personal pace is pretty phenomenal. It's more responsive when I'm walking behind it. I'm not having to pay attention to it. This floats easier, but as I'm pushing it, the throttle is amped up. So it's almost pulling me. This one, I'm constantly seems like I'm pushing. I'm putting a little energy in to push it. This mechanism is stiffer, and it makes me make sure I don't get bit by any hornets or bees. This one makes me feel like I'm constantly pushing it to go faster. And like I said, maybe that'll break in over time, but it wears on you. It's just that it's not necessarily well, let me think here. It's not an assisted walk behind mower. It's more like you're kind of pushing it, and then maybe when you get into twists and turns, it really is more of you pushing it around instead of this one. You're trying to catch up to it. Hopefully you get what I'm saying, but that's a big deal. So a big difference between these two right now. So I think the viewers need to know that. Also too, you may not be used to an assisted like personal pace system like this mower right here and this one right here. You may just have a bar back here and a lever you push down, and then it goes. So this takes a lot of getting used to. What they're supposed to do is they're supposed to adapt to your walking speed, whereas one without this personal pace system, when you just pull that in, it's one set speed. So you can't slow down and you can't walk faster. Personally, I kind of like to have it just go one speed. I mean, that's what my lawn boy in there is. I never had a problem with it. and you just want to make sure, you know, you're not running behind it, but you want to make sure you're not taking baby steps behind it. So that the gearing in there ran off the motor, that will determine how fast it goes. But what this does, and just again, just to reiterate, this adjusts the speed based on how fast you walk. So, I mean, a lot of people may say, you know, it feels like I'm putting, you know, or it's not working right. Well, the faster you walk, the more you push the handle down. And then when it pushes down, it speeds up. So that's how they work. Either you like it or you don't. So you need to determine that before you go out and spend close to $600, whether this personal paced system is even right for you. But yeah, that's very important. But like I said, I felt after mowing everything yesterday, I felt a lot more tired pushing this mower around. I felt like I had done quite a bit more work. This one, I just mowed a little bit today with it. It glides. It really goes, and it's like you're not really pushing a mower. It's like you're just kind of walking and you have your hands in front of you. I mean, this is a really, really phenomenal mower. This is a great mower too. I absolutely think that the mower is almost worth buying because of this one lever height adjustment. Look at that. I mean, if you switch your height of cut often, that is really a no-brainer. Plus too, I really like the different designed quick release handles. They just work more seamlessly. It's just so much easier to grab those and push them in, and they're spring operated, so you let go and they open up. These, you don't have to pull them out, but for some reason I feel like I have to pull them out. But they are made to where you just rotate them up or rotate them down. And maybe that's my fault that I've complained that saying that these are a little bit more difficult. But I like these better. These are probably a little heavier. These are a little lighter weight. But yeah, so you just push those in, and then you can lift your handle up. And I mean, and these are the rubber bumpers. That's a big selling point of this mower. One that I griped about, but obviously it's very welcomed and it works very well. Just the downside, if Toro could work out so there's not so much play in the handlebar up and down because of the rubber bumper system, this would be the absolute best mower. I mean, I have not used a range of the Hondas, and I don't know what else is out there. There's a Skag, but most of those are the you know, big ride mowers. Those are phenomenal. A lot of people have all commercial mowers are mostly these big Skags, and Toro makes a big ride around that makes some professional models. Those are pretty much the two top that you will see across probably the United States, and a lot of Toros in the back of a lot of people's commercial trailers is the Toro. Not necessarily this one. It's a step up, a little bit heavier design, no features, no frills, just a solid, super solid mower. Just everything's made out of metal, and just use it and abuse it. But and I guess Toro has more of a better commercial warranty. These commercial warranties on these do not exist. These are not commercial mowers. The commercial warranty is like 60 or 90 days. They do not recommend commercial use. That just is a beyond and above use of a mower, and it's just going to wear it out. And these are just not meant to be run every day, 8 hours a day, and that's that. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to bring to you today in the video, is that maybe this will break in over time. I mean, it's very, very similar, but this glides. The mower glides across the ground, very smooth, very lightweight. Like I said, it doesn't even feel like you're pushing it. And this works seamlessly with the rubber bumpers to give you a more gratifying experience. I mean, it's just that's my personal opinion. If you had these two, maybe you would agree with me, maybe you wouldn't. But this is just a little bit more mechanical feeling. That's the only way I know how to say it. I do like the adjustment here. You can go in a high position. Here's the high position. This is in the low position right here. This is a little bit taller. You got two handles. Let me just verify. Let me move my camera around. Okay, this is in the high position. This is in its low position. 2 settings on height here, 2 settings on this here. I would really like to see 3 settings. And this is in the high. I'd like to see a medium setting, probably this bar right here, about right here, and then the low about right there. And that's where the high and the low is. It's kind of extreme. This is has a higher and a lower, and it's not very much in between that. And so that is that. I wish they both had 3 adjustments. It wouldn't be that difficult. But this one here, this personal pace system that slides and moves forward, obviously you pull that in, you hold it with at least one hand. That on the Toro, it comes out and it's taller. It comes out more aggressively and it ramps up, and so it's taller. That makes it to where I think for me, my wrist, when I'm pushing this, my wrists don't rest right here and right here. See how my wrists are resting? On this one here, when I pull this in, my wrists are nowhere close to this bar. See, nowhere close. So that agitates the underside of my arms. So when you move this into the lower position, okay, hopefully all this is on camera, then I have more room, a little bit more gap between my wrists, and it's just a trade-off. It's whatever you like, whatever fits you. So I do like it maybe in the lower position, and it works okay for me. I also have switched between the tall, and sometimes I like it in the tall position. Sometimes I like it in the little bit shorter position. So the 2 positions. This one, maximum mandatory, it's got to be in the low position. Otherwise, in the high position, it's about up here on me. And then you put your hands up here on the bar, because you don't use right here. You push from right here. You push from right here. So this being up that like there puts it up really, really high, and I just don't feel like I have the correct leverage. Hopefully that makes sense and is clear. I wish everybody could, test three, up to 3 mowers at home and see which one you like, and then, on a basis, take the others back, and you could choose the very best mower that you like. That would be phenomenal, but it doesn't work like that. So yeah, other than that, there's so much more I want to talk about with the mowers, and the videos will be too long, and I just can't talk about everything in one video. And so please tune in. Like I said, at the end of the video, I have a playlist that you can click on, and it'll show you, when I add in a 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th video, and you can see all my videos, because I think they're all important and they all discuss something a little bit different in the progression. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Again, I really appreciate people tuning in, and consider leaving a like if it was helpful. That gets it to more people, as we know, and people say over and over and over again. I don't want to be redundant, but thanks again. I appreciate you watching. All right, bye-bye. My name is Brian.